Good morning, Year 7. Welcome to Assembly. You've had a great half term. You've enjoyed having a bit of a break from your schoolwork for a week, and that you've been making the most of the amazing weather that we've been lucky enough to have. You've been outside, enjoying your exercise, staying fit and healthy, and generally feeling rested and relaxed, and ready for the start today of Term 6, the final half term of your Year 7. Now, I wanted to talk to you this morning about a theme that we talked about before school finished, but which I think is important for us as a school community, but is so important for us all across the country right now. Absolutely essential for us. And that's the idea of self discipline. Now, I've spoken to you a lot of times about this idea of self-discipline. At the moment, while you're home, you're taking more responsibility for your own learning. We're not able to check up on you like we would in school. So you need to have, and so many. I'm delighted to hear from lots of you having incredible self-discipline. You know, hearing amazing things from your teachers about the work that you're submitting, about the really lovely way that you're communicating with lots of members of staff. Lots of you are being brilliantly self-disciplined. That idea that you take responsibility for your learning, you're doing it not because somebody's checking over your shoulder, but because you know it's the right thing to do. Now, self-discipline, I guess, for us as a country at the moment, is absolutely key because, you know, today, the 1st of June, lockdown is changing again. Some of the rules are changing again, and those freedoms that we're all desperate to have back are getting closer. Some of those freedoms are returning, and some of them are getting closer. But it's a time when we all need to be incredibly self-disciplined. Now, there are some school students who will be returning today. Year 7, for the time being, we don't know when Year 7 are going to return. So you guys are still going to be home learning for some time yet. But many students around the country, many school students around the country are going to be back at school today. There are more and more opportunity, more people going back to work. More shops are going to be open soon. We've all been told that we're allowed to get together with up to 6 people outside, as long as we're maintaining social distance. We're staying that 2 meters apart. Now, the police can't police those rules. It's impossible. There's 60 million people in the country, and you can't watch what everybody's doing all the time to make sure that we're sticking to the rules, that we're being disciplined, self-disciplined. But of course, if we're not self-disciplined, if people break the rules, they think, well, you know, I'm going to make my own choices. If lots and lots of people choose to do that, then we're going to be in trouble because illness is going to start to spread again, and perhaps we might find ourselves having to, you know, back in a hideous situation like we found ourselves in a month or two ago. And so now, as a country, as we get more freedom, we'll have to see if everybody can be self-disciplined about it. Because if we can't, then we're going to struggle. I really believe that lots of people, even if we've seen and, you know, heard stories that have really annoyed lots of people about some of the people in charge who have not stuck to the rules, I hope that millions of us across the country, that almost all of us across the country, we're going to think, okay, that's frustrating, and not having the freedoms that we're used to, that's frustrating as well. But we're going to make those choices. We're going to make those sacrifices, carry on making those sacrifices that have been hard for all of us. But we're going to do it because it's the right thing to do. And I hope you, Year 7, I hope you're going to make those good decisions. I'm delighted that you're going to be able to get out and exercise with your friends, see them from a distance a little bit, doing it safely, doing it within the rules. Please make sure that you're self-disciplined. With your schoolwork, we're in the final chapter of Year 7 for you guys. Please be self-disciplined with that, because you're going to have missed a big chunk of school. But I know that lots of you, because of the self-discipline that you've showed, you're going to be making amazing progress. Just keep that self-discipline, keep that self-control, and we'll all thrive. We'll all do brilliantly as a result of it. I hope you have a good week, and I look forward to seeing you again next Monday.